Hello and welcome to the Tarot with Titania reading of the week for December 16th to 23rd, 2022. Hoping you are all well. We're coming up on the festive season and the solstice, so I'll be releasing that video shortly. And hoping you are all well. I invite you to close your eyes and let's get into the reading. Eyes closed, 3 nice deep breaths. Pulling yourself into this present moment. And I just invite you to see a tree root coming down out of the base of your spine, going down deep into Mother Earth, anchoring you into the here and now, knowing that that tree root is not only grounding you, but it is also a conduit through which anything that no longer serves you can easily pass down into Mother Earth and become compost for your new good growth. Creator, this is your daughter Titania, and I'm here to do the reading of the week for December 16th to 23rd, 2022, for the highest and greatest good of all those listening and all those tuning in the future. My intention is to be a clear channel for the information we most need to receive right now, and to provide that in a manner that we will easily and effortlessly hear, understand, and integrate for our well-being and the well-being of anyone whose life we touch. I call upon my higher self and the higher selves of all those listening now and in the future to be present here, now, today, to facilitate this exchange and ensure that it happens in the best way possible, and that we cover all that is in our personal and collective heart and mind at this time to our satisfaction in the window that we have together today. I'd like to invite an overlighting angel of communication to just facilitate this exchange, making sure that it happens in the best way possible in the time that we have together. At this time, I'd like to invite the 4 archangels to come and hold the 4 directions around us, creating a sacred container of light, of love, of wisdom, healing, transformation, peace, joy. Whatever it is that we most need right here, right now, may it be brought through into this sacred circle. I invite Raphael to hold the east, Michael to hold the south, Gabriel to hold the west, and Uriel to hold the north. Thank you for coming. Thank you for creating this sacred container across time and space, holding all of us in beautiful ways, so that we may be clearer, stronger, healthier, wiser, kinder, and clearer about what it is that we are here to do and be and experience and express. Thank you, Creator, for this opportunity to do this work. Anything that doesn't match these frequencies of good, love, light, healing, hope, upliftment, and empowerment is welcome to go now. So, let's get to it, shall we? Okay, Creator. What is it that we most need to know at this time for our personal and collective highest and greatest good for this week, so that we can thrive and rise and shine and be the good that we're here to be in beautiful ways? All right. Recent past, or the energy of the past, or something we've come to understand and appreciate and integrate within ourselves in the past that is relevant to our now. And this is the card of Indecision. And we'll notice that this individual is standing here very still, very poised. She has her sword out. She is ready to take action as soon as she wants to or needs to or gets clear about it. But she's standing very still and waiting for this download of information to come through her crown chakra so that she then knows when to make the decision and what decision to make. So this card is, as I said, is part of our past. It's part of our personal experience, something that is relevant and important to our now. If we've been in a situation like this where we didn't know what to do, we know that at a certain point we do come to know what to do. When we don't know what to do, it just isn't time yet to make that decision. And maybe we just need more input, more information. We need to pop our heads up a little bit, get curious, look around us a little bit more. And maybe all the pieces just aren't there yet from other cooperative components. So it's important to just realize that when we're in that state of not knowingness, it's okay. We will know at some point. If you look back at your life, you'll see lots of evidence of this. So taking comfort in that and realizing that if you're in a place of indecision now in your life, or there are things that need to be looked at and you're not sure which way to go with it all, it's okay. Just take a deep breath, knowing that you will know what to do when the time is right for you to make that decision. And if you don't know, it's okay to say that. It's okay to take a moment. It's okay to pause. Give yourself the space you need to come back to yourself and ask yourself, what do you want to do here? So this way of being, this information is important in our now. We have another sword. From the 8, we go to the 6, and this is the name of this card is Passage. And this is sitting in our present. And we have these people in their boat. They've lost their mast. They've lost their rudder after a terrible storm. And yet the water is carrying them. They are being propelled in a new direction. They don't really know where they're going, but they're going somewhere. That's true. And there's this beautiful rainbow in the sky that is a promise of that vow we hear about in the Old Testament. The rainbow is a promise of never flooding the earth again. But this new beginning, this fresh start from a difficult time. And he's even waving. We have him, the fellow here is waving a flag to somebody that we don't see off the screen or out of the frame. And so clearly there's help on the way. Clearly there is support. Clearly there is something there that will be supportive and helpful. But again, the name of this card is Passage, moving from a difficult time into one's future. And what are we holding? What are we carrying? Are we in fear and worry? Are we in trusting that life is for us, that everything that comes to us is for us, that we have an opportunity to grow as a result of all of our experiences and to leverage them for our good and the good of those around us in wonderful ways? Knowing that, again, what is happening and coming towards us is helping us to refine our perspective, helping us to get clear about who we are and what we want so that we can be even more present and whole as we move forward into life, in this passage time, into our new future, personally and collectively. The next card is the Future card, and we have yet another sword. And swords is the suit of air. It's ideas and action. It's operating on that realm of the mind, and then from those distinctions that the mind makes, taking action. So this isn't emotional. This isn't, this isn't earthy. This is all about this level of what are we thinking? How are we being with those thoughts? How are we taking our distinctions into the world? How are we holding them and acting them out and being that difference, that change that we want to be? The Near Future card is the card of Seclusion. We have a Buddha here sitting within the enclosure of 4 swords. And it speaks to this stepping back, giving oneself permission to have a practice of contemplation, have a practice to go within and get clear about what's important to us. And from that clear, calm, peaceful space, being so much more resilient and adaptable to the turbulence and upheavals of the outer world. We need to be living from the inside out. And the best way to do that is to have some kind of mindfulness practice that allows us to go within, to be in that quiet within space, within ourselves, knowing ourselves better. And as a result of that peace, not reacting to life, but responding to life in appropriate ways. So we have this amazing array of swords here. This movement from understanding. We may not know what to do. We may be even immobilized by our not knowing of what to do. And then moving into this card of Passage, where circumstances are just carrying us. We are part of the huge flow of humanity, personally and collectively. I mean, we're all going through this time together. And we're being carried. We don't really know where yet, partly because we are cooperative components in that outcome. We are here to help co-create that outcome for our good and the good of all life on this planet. We have a large responsibility here to pick up our life, take ownership of it, and co-create magnificently with life from that space of inside out. What do I prefer? What do I want? From a broader, wiser perspective. I want clean air. I want clean water. I want a beautiful home for everyone on the planet. I want this planet to be cleaned up and loved and nurtured and appreciated as the home that she is. Those are just some of the things that I hold in my heart going forward. And so as I dream that into reality, whether that's daydreams, whether that's dreams, thoughts, and I look for evidence of that as I move through my life, because where our attention goes is where our energy is going to go. That's what we're going to pull towards us. That is what we're going to see. Where we pivot, where we put our attention is what we see. So very important to think about, what am I creating with my attention and my focus and my thoughts? Come back to you in every moment and say, okay, what am I creating here? Am I going down the path of fear and doubt and self-doubt and self-recrimination? Or am I going down the path of what I want, honoring myself, honoring my place on this planet, honoring that I have a contribution to make that is going to unfold in perfect ways? I just need to keep showing up every day. I don't need to even know what it is, but my job is to show up and be the best version of myself in this moment, listening to the inner yes, because that's life pulling you down the path of experience and this co-creative journey that we're on with this life experience. And then this near future card is reminding us that our power, our clarity, our resilience come from a mindfulness practice of some kind, coming back home to ourselves. This doesn't mean you have to sit on a cushion and meditate for days. It means get outside and have a walk, a contemplative walk in nature. Have a meditation, sit in quiet and peace, listening to something beautiful if you'd like. Or do some yoga, do some qigong, do some tai chi, whatever other practice that you have that helps you to come back to that still calm place inside of you. For many creatives and artists, it's actually doing your work, doing your medium takes you into that inward, still, clean and clear space of co-creative energy with the divine. So just being aware of those pieces and giving yourself permission and even creating a structure, because we see this as a very definite structure of that kind of support for yourself. Okay, and then the foundation card. Well, I'll just throw that one around a bit. We have the Five of Pentacles, and the card is called Anxiety. And I always think this card is so interesting because we have this couple, they're out in the dark and it's cold and they're looking for shelter and they've come to a beautiful home, it's all lit up, but something doesn't feel right. So rather than knock on the door, they decide they're going to keep going. Rather than settle, rather than compromise what they know in their hearts to be true for themselves, they decide they're going to persevere and persist and move on into the night to find what it is that they're looking for. And this very much speaks to this energy, I think, that we're all experiencing at this time of, where are we going? Where are we going in the collective level? I mean, personally, we each have to just keep following our yes inside of us. That's our work. We can't really fuss and worry about the outer world because the outer world is a culmination of all of us as individuals doing our journey, doing our good work. And so as each of us is taking our place, yes, there's a lot of anxiety. Yes, there's uncertainty. Yes, there is a lot of unknown. But that inner compass point of the yes is what we need to be paying attention to right now. What is your yes telling you? Going inward, having that connection with yourself, connecting to that broader, wiser part of you, and setting that intention to be connected at all times for your highest and greatest good, helps us to navigate these uncertain times. This is the foundation cards, why we're having the reading. So these feelings of maybe being a little bit out of sync, out of touch, or just feeling a little bit concerned and adrift and anxious about the world around us. It's okay. We're moving through this. We are in this time of passage, and we will know what to do when it's time to do it. And in the meantime, we need to just keep taking daily action in small ways, lining up with our yes, large, small, whatever it is, line up with your yes every day and say yes to it through your actions, through your choices, through your attention. And that's the best way for us to navigate this anxiety or this uncertainty that we are moving through right now. I really do believe that humanity is going through a time of transformation. And that transformation is evidenced by us as individuals rising up, taking a stand within ourselves and moving in the direction of what we love, moving in the direction of what our heart is calling us towards. It's something we can all do every day in small ways, in large ways, whatever way you're called to, whatever is most uppermost for you in your life. That's where we are. And so that's our reading this week. Let's pull a card to grow on that, and just so we know how to take this into our life, how to make the most use of these distinctions and these awarenesses for our good. Okay, Creator. what is our card to grow on? What is most helpful for us to hold within us as we move out into life this week, bringing our gifts and our decisions and our choices and our attention into the world? What is most helpful for us personally and for us collectively so we can be effective and positive? Craftsmanship. Well, that is awesome. I love this. So craftsmanship is the practice of showing up every day, whatever it is, and giving your attention and your energy to what it is that's before you, what it is that you want to develop, what it is that you want to co-create with life. Whether that's a musical instrument and learning how to play it, whether that's learning how to draw or paint, whether that's building a business or learning a new skill, all of those things require that constant showing up, that constant creating space in your life for it and doing it. This is our card to grow on this week, and it speaks very much to the energies that we were just looking at. You may not know what needs to happen in the bigger picture. And you know what? That's not your job. Your job is to show up every day in your own life and do your best. Saying yes to those things that your heart is calling to you towards, taking steps, large and small, in your life towards that yes, towards the best fulfillment of you and your expansion on the planet at this time. So this energy of craftsmanship, of diligently showing up every day and doing your best in small and large ways, is what will build you ultimately into what it is that you're meant to be and what it is you're ultimately here to share. And I also would like to offer that simply by being you in the world, from a heartfelt, authentic space and carrying that into the world. And I don't mean going out and dumping on people. That's not what I'm saying. I mean coming at life from a congruent, loving, kind place, looking for the good and intending to see the good. That's also something that you can build as you interact with life, so that you go forth every day into the world with fresh eyes that are willing to see the good, that are willing to affirm the best in everyone that you meet. Excuse me. That quality of energy is very, very powerful in transforming how you move through life, and as a result, your whole experience changes. So never underestimate the power of intention. What are you holding for yourself as you go out into life? And be mindful of that and diligent about that every day. It'll be very, very powerful, both for you, but for all of us, as we carry this intentional energy into our own experience. Like I said, the collective is made up of individuals. And as we as individuals own and hold more structure and intention and mindfulness around who we are and what we want and how we're stepping into the world. Again, it doesn't even necessarily need to be as clear as a big purpose with a big P. Your purpose is to show up and be the best you right here, right now. That is your purpose. And if that purpose includes solving all the world's problems, wicked. If that purpose means that you are there and connecting with another human being and transforming their lives simply by being authentic and kind and showing up and hearing them and affirming them, that is equally brilliant. It doesn't have to be these large gestures. I think we get caught up thinking that it has to be big. It's small. Every small thing that we do that is a yes builds the momentum in beautiful ways. So this week, craftsmanship for all of us. Diligently showing up every day and taking steps to bring our best and to develop our best and to continually add to our best. Whatever that means for you, go for it. Okay. And with that, let's close the reading for this week. I invite you to close your eyes, take a nice deep breath. You put your hand on your heart if you want. Coming back home to you, this beautiful body that holds you, that holds the hub of your wheel of life, this field of energy that you are, this focus of intention. We are each tremendous focuses of life force and intention. Otherwise, we would not be here in these forms at this time. At this time. We are masterful creators, even if we've forgotten it in our humanness. Creator, this is your daughter Titania, and I'm here with all of your children now and in the future for this week of December 16th to 23rd, 2022, doing the reading so that we understand and comprehend the energies of this week and can make the best use of them, leveraging this awareness for our good, the good of everyone whose life we touch, and the greater collective of life on this beautiful planet. Thank you, Creator, for guiding us, helping us to understand the role that we play as individuals in the unfolding of the beauty of the collective. I ask that you be with all of us as we have wonderful discernments and distinctions that bring us closer to our yes, that help us to live into our greater actualization of who we really are and what we're here to bring to life. Help us to navigate the uncertainty and the anxiety of these times by going within, by grounding into the broader, wiser part of us, this lovely field of life that we are all part of. Help us to remember our tools, our meditation, our nature walks, our mindfulness practices and movement practices, so that we can take care of ourselves and ground this energy that is flowing through us and bring ourselves to bear in beautiful ways in this life at this time for our good and the good of all. Thank you for this opportunity to do this work, to do this reading. Be with each of us in the coming week and help us to show up magnificently, crafting our lives with intention, with devotion, with consistency, showing up every day for ourselves and for the beautiful life that we're here to co-create. Thank you for being here this week. It's been a delight to read for you again. I'm so glad you are part of this. And I'll look forward to seeing you on the solstice reading and again next week. Be kind. It is an amazing time. There's a lot going on. And it's also the time of inwardness. So pay attention to yourself and what you need. Take some time down if you need to. Just get out, be quiet for a while. It'll do you lots of good. And with that, I wish you a beautiful week. Much love and light. And I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.